Let's see. Alright. God, he's so tall. No, I'm just short. I haven't played in a while. I always go on long breaks and then I come back and then forget a lot of things. There we go. Oh, I already did a little bit of the quests. So I think I'm on the part where I'm about to board this ship to the other island. Continent, sorry. I hope this isn't the cutscene. Oh, it is.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement.
I forgot to switch into my
unknown.
I forgot to switch into my Dawntrail outfit. Damn it.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even follow...
Oh shoot,
Perhaps,
oops.
but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
What's up? How you doing?
It's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
It's time to trail a new dawn. Goodbye, Endwalker.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. We sail west, as Cattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Tural.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me! Woklamat!
God, it's been a while. The game looks so good after the update. Tuliolal.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good.
You don't hear the mic?
Sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact.
Yeah, I think it goes on maintenance at 10 p.m. EST.
Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with any of the Final Fantasy XIV updates, mainly because I didn't want any spoilers. Alright, we're on the ship to the new island. I have a Dawntrail outfit prepared already. I'm gonna bring it down to like 9. How's that? I'm gonna switch into my Dawntrail outfit for Viper. Alright. Who the heck is this? This would be my first visit to Tural. Me too, buddy. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that name. Times Aesthetics and Bulda, you see, but my employment with them came to an end. That's why I visited Charlian in the hopes of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. Fon Yon Don. I'm not gonna bother. I'm told the Dawn servant welcomes all regardless of origin, and so Tuliolal seemed like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. Psych. If you're going anywhere with me, things are gonna be very bad. Retired mercenary. I see you in Eorzea. I see you in Eorzea before. What is English? Got to follow. You're the fake fan. You great and famous hero. I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Tural, it's becoming impractical. Oh, he was pretending to speak. He was pretending to have bad English. Oops. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our war band have fallen, so we head home to lick our wounds. Pretty sure these NPCs are just here to give me a little bit of lore on the island that we're about to go to. Or continent, sorry. Taylor say cut turn around. They returned to Tural several times after that, but his ship vanished. Yada yada yada. That even a season before they could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean's peril. There's no kick emote. Turn the stream off. I did turn it off like 5-6 times. Remember when I said I was gonna punt a Lalafell? Ah. Ah. That's the command. Readjusting to this game. I hadn't heard that about the clan names. We should have Waklamat and Erinville teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin. Cutscene? Cutscene time.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erinville, you were born in Tural, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shetona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
Oh dear.
Arg, matey, there be trouble in the waters.
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
I forget how good the game looks now after the update.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since. The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself. Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning. What an extraordinary
Hey, I know that
she must
shield.
lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
That's the shield that nobody likes to use in Leviathan.
Uklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts. Though one might have mistaken her for another soul with distress.
As much as I want to rescue Troll on stream, I can't. Because I have to play through Viper for this entire playthrough.
And we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Or Warrior of Light can't rest for a single day. Rough out here. Not even on vacation. Braun behavior. Damn it. Because you said fresh out of Rats at Han earlier, now I can't stop seeing that. You make me want to change the outfit, I hate you.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Are we there yet? I need to hurry up and touch that aetheryte.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
They're not even gonna drop us off on
We're
the
last
continent.
aboard. If there's nothing left to say,
They're
then
making us
let's shove off,
take
shall we?
another boat. Bro.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Is this the scene from the cinematic?
Enjoying yourself for a change?
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
Aha. If you're looking for action, you came to the wrong stream, my friend.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World.
You came to a dialogue-heavy game.
Tural.
Final Fantasy XIV is 90% dialogue, 5% action, and 5% fashion. Dawntrail. Yoktural, Tuliolal. Get to the fashion part, man. Listen, I'm doing a story. You can't rush the story. I actually pay attention to it. The good parts, at least. There it is, the Aetheryte. Let me touch you. I'm so confused. They want the volume up, they want the volume down. Which is it?
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between.
When can I make
And
tacos?
as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I know what I'm
Suppose
ranking
that
up
makes it
first.
a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out or...
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
She took off her hat. I think.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihyolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
Bro, the music is so good.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
No,
Are
if
you
I turn it
suggesting I
up,
don't
then
look
people
the
can't
part?
hear me.
Anyway, first things first.
Da, 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 da. I love it. I love it.
I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
I've waited 5 months for this. Despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. Complete. You arrived in Tuliyola. You can return to the city anytime by speaking with the sprightly sailor in Scholar's Harbor and Old Charlatan. Waklamat. Woohoo! Finally! Summer vacation, here we go. Still a bit queasy, no more boats for a while. Realize we've just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. Our arguments here, I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. You sure you're in any condition to do so? We were wondering who these strange folk were, so the third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers. Waklamat, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. Third promise does not get seasick, no sir. As for my hand-picked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the rite of succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to command a respectful distance, but you're just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please, don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day to you, Third Promise. They did have a point. Waklamat is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station, surrounded by this many outsiders, is bound to draw a crowd. What do you mean, technically? I suggest we move in 2 groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me, then. Moya, you and Cryo can come with me. I'll take the twins, then. No! I want the twins. You take the little Lalafell. No! Don't leave me with the little puntable human. That voyage was hard on us, all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Is Lalafell racism allowed on stream? Will I get canceled? Lost the twins in the divorce. That's a L indeed. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Waklamat's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Blech. Time, no more once upon a time. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself, what with the contest looming and all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you all about the harbor. Barrenville already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Yogg-Thorol, the southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. Uckleman Crown now accompanying you, keep them at your side in order to progress with the quest. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area, by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. You wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at their original location. Yes, 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 I'm familiar with the mechanics of this video game. You're funny. I was just about to ask, where the fuck do I go? This is Bayside Bevy, Tuliolo's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Oh right, I should mention that here in Tuliola, we buy things with Pel, a currency that the Pelu Pelu created. Don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your gil. There's also what if I'm not pronouncing that. Another market to the east of here, but that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. Next, we'll head back a bit, then northwards up the stairs to a certain plaza. I can't wait to see the look on your faces. I'm going the wrong way? This way? Akilja. Skywatcher. A normal name. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you have Aetherites in Tuliolal. I think I told you before, but my brother Koana spent 3 years studying in Charlian. He fell in love with the nation and its ways and brought back to us the knowledge of Aetherite construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once, had one built immediately. Did you do the attuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again and then up the slope to the side. Right at the top is the gate which leads to Zaktoral. Chakral. Let's make a stop at Bright Plume Post on the way, though. That's the headquarters for the Landsguard. Finally! I've finally attuned to this crystal. Aetherite. That was the goal of this whole stream. Alright, fellas. Bye, guys. Just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding. Where do I go? Where do I go? Here. Race! Is this the wrong way? It was the wrong way. A lot of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see, though, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Wakalama gets her endless endurance. Maybe if you didn't have short, stubby legs. I'm gonna attune to that little... I forgot what they were called. Ethernet shard, there it is. Yeah, I can't imagine you remember where a lot of this lives because it's been 5 months. What the? Let me in. Oh. Here we are. Bright Plume Post. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Toliola and preserving the peace. The Lands Guard are led by our nation's strongest warriors, so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. Our siblings spotted. At least until 3 years ago when Zoralja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to. Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphino and Alize should be around here too. Come on, it's time I showed you the Sky Gate. It's right at the northern end of Talon March. This guy looks like a friend of ours. This expansion so far looks bright and happy. I wonder what could happen to ruin it. Massive, isn't it? On the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yok'Hoi. Strictly speaking, Toral is actually two separate continents. Yok-Toral, the southern lands of the mother, and Shak-Toral, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long, long ago the two nations lived in peace, but everything changed when their Fire Nation attacked. Sorry, sidetrack. A familiar sounding tale. I am put in mind with the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiark. We're getting back to Shak-Toral. Those lands are also part of the Toliola nation, correct? That's right. Is my father incredible? He united the peoples of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Toral have been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. You're adorable. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. You're damn right! Open the gate! Crossing the bridge to Shak-Toral requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the rite of succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. I wish we could go there right now. Be patient. I swear that once the throne is mine, that travel permit is yours. Must have covered half the city by now. A vote for Wuklamad is a vote for travel permits. I wonder what that election's gonna look like. Because there's three candidates, right? Tuliyola is unlike any other place I visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Head west next, towards the Arc of the Dawn. The dirigible, however you pronounce that, landing is on the way. Tuliyola certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. Yes, let us march. The Arc of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. Vamos. I attuned to this, right? I did. Okay. My memory is like a bird's. Why is a child here when where are her parents? That's what I'm saying. Still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of a Yakwei temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Shaktoral to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After the Yakwei withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries, so when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tural. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, I wish I could own one in this economy. We'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Tuliyola. We climb these sets of stairs here, all the way up. Great. Tell me again why we're not allowed to use mounts in major cities. And of course, I went the wrong way. Papa's palace is called Balakshunsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. Okay. The hell are you watering? Gotta water them all, huh? Another one. A tune. So this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all the Yogg-Turok clans. Mamulja, blah blah blah, whatever that is. Pelu Pelu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. We also have Tonawata, Hitsaro, and Tona, who moved south from their ancestral lands in Shaktoral. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Tural. a true representation of Tuliola's diverse character. The endowments on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's all so beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we continue down the stairs. I wanted to skip the dialogue, but I'll read it. That big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the Lance Guard's return from dangerous duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. What the heck? I've never seen such an enormous drum. Kryl, everything's enormous to you. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? A Lalafell? I'm gonna get cancelled. The Lalafell racism goes hard. I'm sorry guys, I don't mean it. I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tuliolao. We have them for the exact same reason as the Aetherites. Kawana brought back the plans from Charlian, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about how do I pronounce this? Dirigibles? Dirigibles? The Ark of the New Dawn awaits. The Ark of the Dawn awaits. This way? Why do they run like that? This is it, the Ark of the Dawn. When the giants were still here, it was known as the Yogg-Turao Land Gate, but when Papa founded Tuliolao, everyone began using its present name in honor of his greatest achievement. Through this gate is Kozamauka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Kozamauka. The name alone is intriguing. It's great about the verticality of the map. Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV has really good landscape designs. They're just a bitch to travel on foot, which is what they make us do all the time. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Alpacas? Llamas? Oh, those things. Here's some four-legged fiends. Seem quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, Kryl. You'll learn soon enough. Where are the chocobos? I'm surprised you know that term. I'm surprised you know what a chocobo is. But forget the alpacas, I have something far more important to show you. Come along. I have a chocobo mount, it's just I'm in an area where I can't use mounts, so you'll see one eventually. These stone pillars, you mean? What is special about these pillars, if I may ask? If you took a really good look, you'll see there's something much more interesting. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. I'm gonna have to do an inspection minigame. Music is so good already. Pictures? Wait. No, these are glyphs. They seem to tell us stories. They seem to blah 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 blah. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Mamuja. Then this must be... That's right, it follows the exploits of my father, Gulul Jaja. These names. In his journey to unite our lands, we call it the Tuliolal Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tuliolal came to be. Study them as long as you like. This pillar tells the lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer, Ket something. I can never remember the name. Ketenram? Yeah. It's the one. Ketenram's arrival in Tural is what prompted Papa to embark on his new journey, on his own journey. It said the two grew close, blah blah. Holy shoot, I can't read. It said the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit, if not in blood, but no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Ketenram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. The records say he traveled between our lands, and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. Well, I'm sure we'll come across him in this story. They've been mentioning his name a lot. Here we have the lay of reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu Hanu in their village in Kozamuka. The people Alphino almost mistook for Vanu Vanu, if not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. This one recounts the layer of your past. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is of this Zabral, whatever, like me. For decades, the Zabral and the Bambuja were at war for control of the force of Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end the conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tuliolal. There is a clan of Hrothgar and Boja known as Hellions. In their society, the women rule as queens, and the men serve as devoted subjects. My queen! My queen! Yet here in Tural, Shabral men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can vary within the location. One sec, I'm gonna pour myself a drink. I got tea with honey. Oh, sorry if that audio got caught in the mic. Let's see. This one is the Lay of Pots, which depicts the moblins of Kozamauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are their standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Turali counterparts. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the there's more. View the second half. Sure. This is the only Final Fantasy XIV content we're gonna get for a while. I need to savor it. The Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelu Pelu, whose homeland is in Urkopacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tuliola's markets and their traveling peddlers, are a common sight no matter where you go in Tural. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculating traders. This one is my favorite. The Lay of Ice depicts the battle with the legendary Tural Vidral, Valley Gormanda. I should explain. The Tural Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to a preternatural power? Reading a lot of words I never read before. My English is being tested. Tataru described the Far Eastern auspices in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Valley Gormanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror it visited upon Tural every time it stirred from its slumber. 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging withdrawal and sealed it away in the Urkopacha mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Valley Gormanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness on Tuliola's national emblem and adorning the banners at the palace. The Lay of Proof. The big fellow is of the Yakwe, the largest of Tural's peoples. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yak-Tural. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northwards, setting their sights on Shap-Tural. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Skygate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they'd conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urkopacha. I've never even seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in Turali history? War, conflict, slavery. This one is unmarked. This is a tale yet to be told. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tuliola's history, whatever that may be. It's gonna be my story. My influence here. Had your fill of history, then. Yes, thank you. Carry on. Bum, bum, bum. Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprises there, seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. But now I think I'm ready to eat again. So let's go and have ourselves a bite of local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. Is it tacos? Are we finally getting tacos? By the way, for those who don't know, this is Final Fantasy's version of Mexico. That's why I keep saying tacos. Bum, 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 bum. It is tacos. Okay, cool. Have you ever had tacos? They're Chiliolo classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at... I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name. And I need one right in front of me. Right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with Old Bruck Ewu. Ewu. Party down here. A voice cutscene, please. Yes.
My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
With voice cutscenes, they'll teach me how to pronounce a lot of these crazy names.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Did you hear the Silver Scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
I'm actually more a fan of soft shell tacos. Hey, food is food.
Oh.
My tacos! No.
If it isn't the third promise.
What the?
That's my same reaction. You gonna pay for those tacos?
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
My guess is this is one of the contenders.
Was there something you wanted?
Bakula Jaja.
Jaja?
Where have I heard that name before?
The third promise remembers us. Such an honor. Glory on your name, brother. And on yours, brother.
I want to fight them.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Aha! I was right. If they are contenders, then I will fight them.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling house cat, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
Bring it. Bring it on.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
Whose child is this? Who let them speak? I want to fight. Hold your tongue. No, don't agree with her.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when
He's
was our
fighting
nation
for the
overrun by...
tacos.
Listen to me, you.
I'm actually so scared for Kryl. More than half of these people here can just step on her.
Mulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubiko and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
That's interesting. That means when I fight them later, I'm gonna use melee and magic.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
They need to die for the tacos. Can we get soft shell this time?
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest.
Alfino.
As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
No.
So it goes.
I felt that. I was looking forward to trying some authentic Tuliola cuisine, but we should hurry and join Elfino and the others at the palace. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the Persplendent Quarter, or even the eastern side of Talonmarch, if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of how the city's laid out, I'll let you find your own way to Valakshunsa. My poor empty belly. Oh hum. Is that a Shiba? There, market board. There is, right here. Tacos. Alright, I got my taco. No, I didn't attune to the etherite while I was up there. Damn it. Hi, thank you. Thanks for dropping by. When are we collabing, huh? Just kidding, just kidding. You made it. Good, then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. Okay, in the distant future, for sure. Upon speaking to Erenville, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Ooh. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view the cutscenes in their entirety. Okay. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best as I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably, something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly girls. I understand all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Right then. Now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what we might be in for. Is that? It is. Estidian.
Estidian? When did he get here?
More to the point, why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
Is he a two-headed one too?
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter. Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
Estinian wasn't even using 10% of his power.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
What, who, me? No woman here. A man.
I
Oops.
see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tural.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
What a coincidence.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
Oh, I take it back.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Garula Jaja.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Salonesh.
It's Erenville now, Dawntrail.
He's got a
I
secret.
took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
There he is. The taco killer. Ew, who's that guy in all bright green? Not me, not me, not me. The other guy, the other guy.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise. Zorolja.
And he's a single-headed.
The second promise, Ona.
Oh, he's the second?
The third promise, Uklamat.
The fourth?
And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakum Jaja. You four will compete in the right of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young, and so I look to the always for inspiration. The right of succession, the means by which the Autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all. So I gave
equal
the right
rights,
of
equal
claimant,
fights.
not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Ew.
Now you have
Say it,
us
don't
to
spray it.
compete against. Though it seems the one-head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense will know he was too busy for games.
I like his voice actor.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yoktural.
And discover the Golden City.
And find the City of Gold.
Yes.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer as proof my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own four eyes.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions. And we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same. But in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place.
Bring them.
So far, I have no idea where the story's gonna go. A map? An emblem? A sigil?
The Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
Sounds pretty fun, not gonna lie. Okay.
So they can't...
Oh shoot. No, I skipped the dialogue.
Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
The rite of succession begins now. I'll be watching you progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
Something tells me the Taco Killer isn't gonna win this contest.
You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
Oh, are they gonna talk about Louis Soir?
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf.
I lied. Not Louis Soir. Her grandfather.
Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession.
Oh.
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your golden city. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galov.
Oh. Oh. They're gonna tell us what happened to her grandfather, if we don't already know.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this? Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Never.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I've made my decision, and I mean to see it through.
Is that so? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
I forgot his name already.
It's Saralja!
Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
Whoa, guy, what are you doing?
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Saralja.
Saralja.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilion son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Saralja, the first promise and commander of the Landscape. Saralja, the Palacean. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Saralja is indeed the natural child of Gulul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of the soul's features and the head of reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
Oh.
Cryon, are you alright?
I thought he was a good guy. I guess not.
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
There he is. The man repping my colors.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
It's the little guys from Final Fantasy X.
The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always. That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
Yeah, of course.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
F this guy. Damn it, I keep accidentally hitting my mic.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Claymans.
Boo. Boo. Oh no.
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliola. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders.
And then you'll see who deserves your fealty.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. A pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
Dictatorship.
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Yep.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Precisely. There she is, Waklamat. She doesn't have many supporters. So sad.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious Third Promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's Promise? I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
You take that back.
It's fine. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack.
So rude. They're horrible at whispering too.
Alone.
They wanted her to hear.
I've cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Holy cutscene. That was a while. What was that, like a 25 minute cutscene? Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliolal saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars? We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea. Let's go and take a look. I hope I attuned that little crystal there. No! What about this one? Yes! These are important to grab. These make it so I have to walk less around the ginormous map. Everyone has a tablet? Then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. Aye aye, Captain. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we were to retrace the path he walked in, uniting Tural's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliolal saga. The events the glyphs portray, do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during the festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. Do I get to choose which one I go to first? Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about that storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yogg-Turall several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea's, they are more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. Oops. Damn it, I skipped it by accident. Just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. Rooms by the water? Summer vacation? Oh, that looks so nice. The reservation is under Waklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside. My god, what is with these names? Greetings, visitors to Tuliolal, and welcome to the Forard Cabins. Whenever you are ready, I will show you to your rooms. Trust you to be the keenest to head out, Tomoya. That's right. Never late. But where are Erenvel and Waklamat, I wonder? Oh good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we need information, I thought who better to get it from than the locals. Those two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. Oh my god, I do get to choose! I give you credit for taking initiative, at least. What do you mean, at least? I am honored that the third promise would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these for the two of you. Earbuds? For communication? Yeah, link pearls, that's what they're called. Gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. Will be very useful in our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. The Tuliolal saga features a number of Tural's clans. Two of those, the Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu. I can't take it seriously, saying those out loud. The Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds in their home village. Okhanu is located in Kozamauka. The other, smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Urkupacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold and craft all kinds of marvelous goods in Wachun Pelu, their village. Now, as for deciding which village to visit first, why don't you put that adventurous instinct of yours to work for us, Tomoya? Pick our destination. 2 quest paths. Oh, that's cool. This has never happened before in any of the expansions. At least, not that I can remember. Temporarily prevent you from accepting the quest from the approachable Pelu, and vice versa. The second quest pass will become available from the respective NPC once you have completed a series of quests from the first path. Furthermore, story elements and quest reward will not be affected by your initial choice of path. Speak with the NPC preferred and embark on the trail for the right of succession. I'll start with this guy. Ukozamauka. What is it you'd like to know? The route to Okanu, we go south through the Arch of the Dawn, then follow the road which runs alongside the Kozamauka River. Is that right? It is. Be warned, however. My brethren tell me the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart and several people injured, if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. We'll be sure to watch our footing. Thank you. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by that storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kozamauka, we should head over to the Arch. I'll be back to talk to you in good time, Master Merchant. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at whatever that town's name is. It's all been arranged. Where do I go? Are we finally leaving this city? God, there's so much walking. This is part of the reason why it took so long to start this playthrough. Because every time you start a new playthrough, a new expansion, it's so like, it takes so long to get around, and it's so slow to start. It ends up being worth it in the end, but just getting there is tough. Onward to Kozamauka. Open the way.
Kozamauka, the land of rainbow terraces. It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuklamat, we proceeded along the Marcy Trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
Yoktoral, Kozamauka. Bro, the place looks ginormous.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
No stopping the third promise, is there? Good thing she has Erenville to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Right, let's get moving. If we continue along this road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Finally, I can ride my mount here. Draw. Alright, the moment you've been waiting for. The chocobo. I wonder how strong this thing is. I haven't used this class before. Really cool. Oh, 1 second. I got distracted. Oh yeah, my chocobo is kitted out. My chocobo is green and has armor. See? Thank you. I have other mounts too. I have monkey. I have little pig. This mountain right here, you had to there's a collaboration with Gongcha. I think it was Gongcha, the bubble tea place. You had to get like 3 drinks or something. They'll give you a code for this little pig here. And then my favorite mount, motorcycle. Ah, everyone has arrived, and none the worse for wear. Except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite my explicit warnings. Hey, I asked you not to say anything. Anyway, this is the Hanu village I was telling you about. Okahanu. It's like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they are still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we came to do and find this elector. Uh-oh. When the music stops, it means something bad. Oh, just kidding. Oho Kali. Oh, what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanuhali, welcome you to Okahanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rite of succession. So our idea about the electors was correct. We just do as Papa said and retrace his path from the saga. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time. All in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we're not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Bro. Why am I here? Should we poke around a bit then? We might pick up some clues about the feat. You know, prepare ourselves. That's surprisingly prudent of you. What? You think I'm being too cautious? No, I'm impressed is all. You admire and respect your father, who is prone to decisive action, so I expected you to rush in first and ask questions later. Or never. I do look up to Papa, but you should know that he has a pragmatic side too. The head of reason is the thinker who takes time to consider all the possibilities. With the long naps he takes these days, though, the head of resolve is less restrained by his wisdom. I can't fault you for thinking that's all there is to him, but there's more to the Dawn Servant than you've seen thus far. I should like to speak with the head of reason one day. Ah, well, I'm sure you'll catch him awake soon enough. To return to the subject at hand, you wish to take a look around Okahanu then? Do some groundwork before the feat begins? Something like that. I mean, I could probably pass this test with my eyes closed, but it'll keep us busy while we're waiting. Waklamat has the right of it. As Elder Zanuhali is a resident of this village, learning more about it can only improve our chances in the feat. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Erinville, Alize, and Cryo could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Waklamat, Tomoya, and myself will handle this northern half. Sounds good to me. This game, man. I want to read dialogue normally, but the way they speak just like kind of gets to me. I unconsciously just start trying to speak like them. And in no way can I do that accent. Can I touch it from here? I can. Nice. Oh, I can ride my mount here, I forgot. No more walking! You heard about the storm? I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help the Dawn Servant sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there's so much else that was lost for good. Gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. Put me in a short cutscene for that. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than wood and reeds. There must be something I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. I'm gonna disable mountain music real quick, just to stay immersed. The dry and shrunken bundle suggests the reeds were harvested some time ago. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feathered tail in particular stand out. This boat must be woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu then. Hello, can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the larger building in the south of the village. On my way. We ought to hurry over too. Thank goodness they didn't make me walk over there. Saves me a good 5 to 10 seconds.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Soralja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu. I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast.
Oh
Surely
my.
you couldn't begin without us.
No, they made it.
You made it after all.
What are you looking at?
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Bro, I will end you.
Oh, mercy me! You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The Feat of Reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
You better leave him alone.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
Leave her alone too.
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
I am sick and tired of them dissing my girl
Then we
Wakamat.
see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
That's right. I'm a problem. That's right. Walk away.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
And the next issue is they want me to fix their issue of their crops. Not sure how I'm gonna do that. Don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, I'm going to find it. One second. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Aaronville, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, follow me. I think the first promised is Zoralaja, the blue one, who's the actual son of the Dawn Servant. And then the second promise, I believe, was that green cat boy that we just saw with glasses and the gun on his back. His name is Koana, I believe. And then the third promise is Waklamat. And then the fourth contestant is that two-headed jerk. I'm surprised I remembered all that. And I'll stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Good luck. Give me strength. Let's all of us scour the fields and help our bold leader identifying anything unusual. As Zanuhali described, the reeds appear wilted and unhealthy. The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear at a cursory glance. The soil in the patties is as one would expect, rich in color and suitably moist, not dry nor flaky. Oh my god. Oh. I was like, what the heck is that? Lethargic frog? Small frog catches your eye, strangely lackadaisical. It doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. So the reeds are wilted, but the water's clear. The frog is, not jumping. What is wrong? Seen enough? I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. Well, what do we think? Any obvious problems? I agree. The waters look to be of good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seemed lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. They suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there's another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival! This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see the Hanu more joyful and alive. It's an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes, so I say we help them put on their festival, give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows, maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. I don't know about that. Is it so strange an idea? I also fail to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Waklamat's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. Thanks, everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that looks like a bird. In that big building to the north? Let's go and see it. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. That's a vibe. Is that a turtle? Oh my god, this class is so cool. I love this glowing blue effect. Yes, this is the float I remember. Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. Inspect the festival float. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Oh, this mini game. Well, an eye is missing. right off the bat. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seemed to be a missing gemstone. Seems to be missing a gemstone. What is English? Holy crap, I can't read. What else is missing? These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors were a lot brighter the last time I saw them. Oh, that's definitely broken. How would they lift this? Great big vessel something something I skipped by accident. Oops. Well, I think we can all agree this bird boat is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What is going on here? We were admiring your festival float. It's a shame it's in such a poor state, due to the recent storm, I gather. Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we ushered our people to safety. With the float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings. No... whatever that word is. That's what the festival was called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined, we're struggling to make repairs, and you want us to hold a harvest festival? Oh, it's a harvest festival. Oh, okay. That changes everything. I thought it was just like a hee ha ha fun party festival. No, it's a harvest festival. I know how it sounds, but giving in to misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through this tragedy. The role of festival leader is mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits, but we don't even have enough materials to repair the float. We need abokisha for the missing eye, uyuipo wood for the poles, and feathers from the winds chosen to adorn the tail. 2 of these I know. Abokisha is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and uyuipo wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however... The winds chosen is the victor of a competition in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics. And that's something of a problem right now. We Hanu are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated, and if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival float. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. The winds chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored for ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. So much is arcane device. My character is not that smart, so I'm gonna go and say, "Pray continue, Alpha No." I imagine you've already reached the same conclusion, but I believe this boat of reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind. So the reeds are just lacking in mana for growth. A focus for what? Oh, Ihihana is a harvest festival, isn't it? Yeah, see? Good job, good job. That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops, so if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. We won't know until we try, but 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual, ceremonies, these have all been known to elicit miraculous effects. Wait. The float? A tool for magic? This is the first I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, it may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with ardent hopes for a brighter future. Through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival flow into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible. I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihihana really does sound like the solution to all your woes, and I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and the poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alize and I to acquire their feathers. We will encourage the people of Okhanu to gather and vie for the title of Winds Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. Once again, separated from the twins and stuck with the sassy lost child. Well, she's not sassy, but she is a lost child. Not without me. I've worked hard to fix the float as best as I can, and the responsibility is mine, after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Linu Hanu. Nice to meet you, Linu Hanu, and certainly, let's all go together. What time is it? Oh. The server is about to go on maintenance in 15 minutes. I think this is a good place to stop. Thanks to Wok Lamat, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there's something to be said for following one's instincts. Level 91!